was too much there. So from the Bombay exchange, we had one more exchange.
No. I've spoken a lot of times. Even today, same stock trades in both the exchanges. So it is not like shifting of volume, it is like spreading of volume. You either can get into NSE or you can get into BSE. So there is no hard and fast rule.
Let's say the company has 1 lakh share. So how will that company be 50,000 shares?
No. That 1 lakh shares is common.
Do you need this?
Just BSE and NSE are two different places where same 1 lakh shares sells.
Okay.
So if you buy 10 shares from BSE, so out of that 1 lakh 10 shares is gone. Now what is available for sale is 9,99,990 shares.
How they both sync because
Technology.
they maintain the same server?
Yes. Not same server. When the trading comes, both will pass and finally one report will come. Because of transparency issues also. Because at the end of the day, we have to know anyone has bought more than 3% of shares. More than 2% of shares is all a serious issues. Unless you have an intention to acquire that company, no one would buy 5% of shares in a company. Because once you acquire 5% of shares, you will be called as an insider.
Okay.
Have you heard of this insider trading? Right? So if anyone has more than 5% of shares in any company, that person would become insider. So every day we have to keep acquiring. In olden days, war used to happen in the battlefield. Now war will happen in the boardroom. Vijay Mallya used to do the same thing, right? If he doesn't like any competitor, simply buy their shares. It's as good as you are acquiring them.
Okay.
So SEBI what they will do is keep watching. Each day, how many percent of shares you have bought from some other company. At the end of the day, you are trying to acquire their ownership. Right? So they want to consolidate. Once 8% is crossed, they will send a notice. Explain what is your intention. Then they have to explain in such a way that it is none of my business. Simply I want to acquire it all. Then okay. Once they reach 20% of shares, then they no longer can acquire from stock exchange. They have to publicly announce that if anyone is interested, sell, I will buy it. They cannot acquire it from the stock exchange directly. Through the open market, they cannot acquire.
Okay, so these are all the. Okay, so as an individual, maximum I can acquire this.
1.8.
This one.
Anything you can acquire. One lot you cannot acquire more than 2.
Over a period of time. Okay.
So if I was selling in BSE, the buyer could be in NSE?
Correct. At the end of the day, the 10 lakh shares has to keep matching.
I can buy here, sell there, sell here.
Exactly.
Just recently the Biocon came up. It is oversubscribed. I just followed for 2 days. They come up with. They are started to Cyanogen or something. Syngene.
See, even for that matter, what is this? Wonderla got oversubscribed.
They did very well also.
People will look into their business model. Is there any future for Wonderla type of businesses? See, they have given enough time. There is no second Wonderla in last 5 years, at least. Because of competition, someone else should have come. No one is daring to come because the risk is too much. Because of the insurance they take for each of those ride and other things. It's very costly. And maintenance is very costly. And the space required, again they have to buy a huge space. Right? So, seasonality, everything. So cash inflows calculation.
I just read the statement actually. I couldn't understand. See, the price band they say 240 to 250.
IPO.
Okay, per equity share of face value of 10 each. And okay, floor price is 24 times of the face value. That's correct. And the cap price is 25 times of the price value.
240 to 250.
Okay. So this process of IPO is called as book building process. They might have mentioned that, right? They went through a big book building process. You all might have known, right? Google, when they came for an IPO, it is still a case study for us in IPO market. They did a blunder in the IPO.
Google.
Okay. Indian markets and US markets were slightly different, but that is not a case. The IPO process itself was a blunder in the case of Google. In India, a company will hire a person called as an underwriter. Carvey and other people who will help them to
This
sell
guy
the
is with
shares.
Carway.
Carway,
This is with
right?
Carway.
So they will, come up with, all this, stocks and everywhere is trading and people can get in there and buy it, right? So finally, the buyers will buy it, for which underwriters charge something called as commission, underwriters commission. It is very popular, underwriters commission. With risk, without risk and all is that, like in a sense, if they are not able to sell completely, they have to bear the risk. That means they should be buying it on behalf of consumers. So that is called as with risk. So nowadays they are all oversubscribed, so such situations are not coming up, right? Otherwise, if everything is bought, they will get only normal commission. This is the system in India. Okay, and you might have heard they are planning to reduce it, this IPO process, to minimum days. As of now, it takes almost 15 days for it to complete. By the time the first day IPO starts and the date of allotment, it takes almost 15 days. In US, it is not like that. Company will sell shares to underwriters. Underwriters will sell shares to buyers. Okay. In this process, they will make some money, profits. They bought at $80, then they sell at $82, whatever it is. Clear? First of all, this is the difference. Apart from that, what is the difference is, there will be one day a road show where company will give publicity in all the newspapers and this, running vehicles, holdings and everywhere. Next day an IPO will happen. The next day announcement will happen. Who has got the shares, who has not got the shares. Clear? In this process, what Google did is, they made it like a open online system. Right? So they sold it at $80 to an underwriter. Underwriter sold it at $120 to the market. Okay. So it is actually a loss for a company. Why? Company itself could have sold at $120. Their balance sheet would have been flooded with money they could have used for any assets or keep it as reserves. But unnecessarily someone made a money. The first day of trading, it went up to $360.
Now it is 600 plus.
I mean, this is like ridiculous. Who made money out of this? Some traders, brokers, right? Whatever names people call it as bull, bears, pigs, right? Lame ducks. Everyone made money out of it.
Yeah.
This is like a biggest mistake. They have gone wrong in estimation of the public interest in their company. Marketing completely has gone. Right? So I suggest generally for my MBA students, whoever is doing dual specialization on marketing and finance, IPO is the best example. Marketing and IPO is like toughest thing. Because it's as well as you are losing money if you go wrong in pricing and effectively you are not able to market it, then under subscription will happen. Efficient marketing will lead to oversubscription, valuation will lead to loss. So both the ways it should be like perfect. Right? So this is a very good example. What the problem happened here is, the day was like set as one day. So that day the markets closed. I mean the IPO market closed. In India what happens, first 3 days, 4 days people keep watching how others behave. There is enough time, 2 weeks.
We need to call it 3 batches, right? Okay.
Yes, in India. Right? They give 2 weeks time for just if you want to subscribe to an IPO market. First 3-4 days people will keep watching others, how do they perform? Are they showing any interest in buying? So 5th day only the real people will start flowing in. By the end of 12th day or 13th day properly oversubscription will happen. Google could have done that. Right? Kept enough windows so that people come up with good interest. Second one is, as I said, nowadays they are coming up with the price band. Okay. You show your interest. 240 to 250 is very less actually. People come up with like this.
Okay. Dependent.
Right. So what happens is, you show at what price you are interested to buy. People generally will quote higher price because they are afraid that they may not get if they quote 240 rupees because of the demand. Like 20 times over subscription happens. That means 20 times people are ready to buy. Right? Company needs only 10 crores, but there are 200 crores worth money ready already. So I will collect only 10 crores and 190 crores I will repay it. So obviously whoever has opted at 280 or 250 here will get the shares. Whoever has opted at 240, 242 and all will never get the shares. So this process is called as what? Book building process. First day, book building will start. How many shares, at what price people are ready to pay? They will start, like noting 10 shares, 240 rupees someone has subscribed. 20 shares, someone is quoting at 242. So then order it, ascending order.
Like that also we can quote. I need 10 shares for 240,
Yeah.
30 shares for 250.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why this
Price
band.
band. Price band.
Any price you can quote. But later on, if oversubscription happens, obviously if you have quoted the highest,
Then
there are
that only.
chances you might get a share. Okay. So this was lost in Google's case because Google did not come up with this price band. They came up with one price and one day. So enough people could not participate because everyone wants to watch first initially how the improvement interest is shown. So there is a huge loss for the company unnecessarily. Someone else, traders, brokers made a profit instead of company making a profit. After this happened, everyone decided to come up with this book building process, give enough time, then come up with a price band, right? So that we
So this range of 240 to 280 is decided by the company.
And that is decided on day one itself, is it?
At the
when
time
they
of
come for
offer.
prospectus,
That okay.
when they issue a prospectus, then we quote.
So Google thought they are worth of only 80, they were actually worth of 3.
Today it is 640.
Today it is. That is okay. IPO, at the time of IPO it will be less, later it is.
Usually sometimes they intentionally price it a little less to, so that the first day gains.
Little less is okay. How little is little will not be knowing because I today we discuss valuation techniques.
Yeah.
So we come to know there are various techniques. Under each technique you will get slightly different answer. This is the answer for your beta also. Right?
And will you speak on this futures, options and derivatives?
So what if IPO under subscription happens?
As I said, the underwriter sometimes have to buy it, and later on, when the company, based on the name made by the company, the right time they will start selling, or private equity they will go for.